In an Ontario border town resides two individuals with a passion for helping youth succeed. Jacques and Sachin are the proud founders of Mastermind Youth Foundation, a nonprofit organization in Sarnia, Ontario. Starting with LEGO Robotics, Mastermind Youth Foundation has now grown large enough to start their own FRC team, Mixed Métal. The Mixed Métal team is entirely run and managed by students. The business team is mostly made up of students from their LEGO Robotics program to help inspire them to pursue STEM and to join the FRC team when they age into the program. The youth are taught and mentored by the older students, and they learn important skills such as business etiquette, marketing, fundraising, planning, and so much more. Over the past year and a half, Mastermind Youth Foundation has been hosting summer camps and robotics programs in an attempt to build science and technology awareness in the community. These programs have now been handed over to the Mixed Métal students to run as part of their STEM outreach projects. Outreach is an important aspect to any program, and the students of Mixed Métal have been doing an amazing job at spreading awareness of these programs. Doing things such as promoting in public spaces throughout the community, hosting a LEGO robotics camp over the course of March break, and hosting a LEGO BattleBots competition. And I would like to take a moment to thank our partners, CCFS Sarnia Lambton French Community Center and Lakil Kiwanis Community Center, that help make our outreach projects possible.
STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics.
Why is STEM important in our community? I believe that STEM is important in our community because I believe that it's a very strong and good skill to have for especially the youth. And I believe that overall it is just a very good skill in terms of being able to do stuff in terms of science and technology.
I first got interested in doing this kind of thing, like robotics. It all started when I was really young with Lego. I was a big Lego guy, and it kind of just started from there.
So when I was in high school, I was team captain of Team 1846. That was Sarnia's first robotics team in the area. And it was a blast. I had a lot of fun. I want to make sure that every single kid in this area has that exact same experience, that same feeling that I felt when I was in high school. And I was competing, and I was building robots. I was designing robots. And we went to regional championships, and just standing behind the glass and being cheered on and competing and seeing your machine doing great things. Back then, the game was rack and roll. You had to lift two robots up. It was exciting. We were able to finish with some amazing awards and even went to Worlds.
So what inspired me to start a FIRST Robotics team? FIRST is a great organization. First of all, the full age groups that they inspire kids and have these competitions is just great. I'm an engineer myself. I've worked in the engineering field for years. In our small town of Sarnia, there's not a lot of opportunities for kids, especially even my own kids who are 10 and 7, to experience this type of thing. So starting this and doing it through FIRST's programs important to me, and being able to have the impact for kids throughout the whole county is really important to me, because I believe in the profession. I think that the world needs engineers, problem solvers, and I think that we're helping teach that through FIRST programs.
Well, it did start with my passion for engineering from a young kid being on the FIRST Robotics team, 1846 in Sarnia. It all started there. But after coming back from school and started to come back in the area and started to work, and then I realized that all of our local teams were faltering. COVID, that was an awful time. And it brought a lot of financial collapse to a lot of the teams in the area. All the mentorship structure fell apart. All the senior team members in those teams were no longer there. So it needed rebuilding, and that's why we decided to start Mixed Métal.
So what's our ultimate goal for the team long term? Obviously, sustainability, right? So we wanted to first make sure that it was a community-based team. So not only kids from all the high schools, but also homeschooled kids could have the opportunity to be on the team. Was really important. And we want to keep this team going for years and years. We started this not to just, do well one year and then, fall to the backdrop like so many high school teams have done. We want this to be year after year an opportunity for kids that want to do this, gives them a platform to experience this great competition.
Well, first, it's to build an amazing robot. But secondly, it's to create a team that'll stay sustainable for ages in the community. I don't want what happened to 1846 to happen again, or 6992 to happen again, or the Irish Irons. I don't know their robotics number. Any of those teams, I want to make sure that we have a team that's going to stay in our community, where kids are going to be able to be a part of for years to come.
Creating a robot is a large task that takes multiple talented individuals. The engineering team is split up into two groups, one of which focuses on building the robot and the other on programming, both being equally important tasks.
What do I like about programming? I like solving problems, so I really like that whatever ideas I have in my head, I can make them in real life. I like the freedom it gives me because there's just so much you can do with it, and I can just make anything I want. All I have to do is type.
What do I like about engineering? I think that it's really good as like an artistic output for some people, as well as it's definitely very hands-on, and there's always something new to learn about engineering. It's really great for people who really want to innovate or make things that would help other people or maybe themselves. It's honestly one of my favorite things.
What is one of the goals Mixed Métal has?
To win!
Yes, but I do believe there is something else as well.
To win awards.
Correct! There are a multitude of different awards to win at the FIRST Robotics competitions. Anything from safety to autonomous and industrial design awards. After making a thorough breakdown of their chosen awards, the business team gets to work on a detailed plan of how to achieve their goals. Two particular awards grabbed the attention of the students: the Rookie All-Star Award and the Imagery Award. Inspired by the American horror and comic illustrator Jack Kamen, the Imagery Award puts your creativity to the test by creating a theme and a cohesive story about your team's history and incorporating that into your robot. The business team, hard at work, took this challenge to heart and began brainstorming ideas. The story they wanted to tell was the downfall of all the robotics teams in the area, leaving Mixed Métal the last team standing.
The history of our team is originally there was a bunch of teams here in Sarnia, Lambton, but eventually, because of COVID, they all kind of disappeared. Because eventually teachers didn't want to do it and programs were kind of shutting down because of COVID. So then Mastermind founded our robotics team so they could give kids with who love STEM a chance for them to work with robots, work on hard skills, soft skills, and be a part of a team.
After the dreadful pandemic known as COVID-19, all of the other Sarnia Lambton robotics teams shut down, devastating extracurricular STEM and robotics programs in the Sarnia Lambton region. With passion and determination, its FRC community rebuilt itself from the rubble and fused into a stronger and more resilient team, Mixed Métal. Generously, previous teams began donating old parts of their robot to Mixed Métal, but we will get into why later.
So the COVID year was tough. I remember that very clearly. We were coming up to our competition day, our competition week, and we were at school trying to put some finishing touches on the robot when the extended March break, the announcements came one after another. The extension of March break by the Ontario government, and then FRC stopping the competition. I can't remember in which order, but I was there with the kids working on our robot, and the disappointment was tough because we had put so many hours into that build season, and we were really excited. So that was tough, among other things that happened over that time. And it was also tough to get it, once COVID was over, to restart the team and to build excitement up for it again, and gather resources and new kids and learning and stuff like that. It was tough to get going again after COVID, but once we did, we pulled through and it was fun. And now, we've sparked a bunch of other kids to come and get into robotics and learn. And even though dealing with some of the harsh things out of our control, came through and having a good time learning now.
The Imagery Award, inspired by Jack Kamen's art, helped the team find a common tie between the horror aesthetic of his work and the Mixed Métal story. The students decided to create a horror-themed robot made from cosmetic and practical pieces of the previous team's robots from the Fallen era. To assist their attempt at winning the Imagery and the Rookie All-Star Awards, the team created an elaborate story, comic strip, and documentary, all inspired by Mixed Métal's history, showcasing all of the work these brilliant students have accomplished and to hopefully inspire youth to take an interest in FRC and STEM programs locally. And like any good story, this is not the end, but merely the beginning. And thank you to our sponsors, Aluma Power, Kiwanis International Golden K, Seaway Kiwanis Sarnia, Rotary, FIRST Robotics Canada, CPC Fabricating Inc., Progressive Auto, Canadian Tire, Professional Engineers Ontario, TerraTech, Blue Water Power, Langtree, Princess Auto, Blue Water Clinical Research Group, Vital Point Church, and In Focus Optometrist. Wolverine, Lambton Metal Service, Preferred Electric, Fastenal, Huron Alloys, Lambton Manufacturing Innovation Center. Written, directed, and narrated by Jessica Alexandria.